in a seat. And just let the mind slow down. Let the seat connect to the mat. The eyes can look down at the baby or the floor or the nose. And just start to deepen the breath. We're gonna do work on our hips physically, and we're gonna do waves with our breath internally. So just play with the idea of when we inhale, breathe the air up and into like the backs of our backs, like upper back. And then as you exhale, breathe out the mouth and let it sort of roll out the body. Like let it soften from chest down the ribs to the lower belly. See if you can sort of make like a little wave motion. Inhale nice and deep, fill up the shoulders, maybe even the shoulders perk up. And then exhale out of the mouth, let everything soften. And just with the eyes resting, see if you can create a little bit of a wave motion inside of your body with your breath. Let the inhalation power up the shoulders gently a little. And the exhalation relax and everything sort of sinks and falls back into each other. Inhale so deeply, fill the body, fill the top back body. And then exhale, blow it all away, soften all the way to the front lower belly body. The next time you take your inhalation, try to make a count on that. See if you can deepen it to the count of 5 or 8, depending on how fast you count. And then make a little tiny pause at the top before parting the lips and blow it all away, almost like it just falls out of your mouth. And then just let the body take a break there too. And then when the nose is ready, just let it breathe back in itself. And then take that breath really big and deep again. Inhale the nose, hold it at the top. And then exhale, let it all fall out. And just let the body wait for that breath whenever she's ready, however long that is between the exhalations. Inhale, tall, full back, high body. Exhale. Soften, surrender our front body. And we're gonna work on our hips the most today. So we can start to blink the eyes open and lay back down on the mats. So we're gonna be working toward like bridge and happy baby. So be about center of the mat. If you have a block at home, you can have that or a pillow, but you don't necessarily need it. Not for this part. So lay down on the backs, and once you get there, take the whole body and give a hug like you're jumping in the pool and doing cannonball. So grab the knees, squeeze them, and even lift the head into the chest and try to like get a big ball and then let it relax onto the mat. Let the feet reach the mat under the bum. And just take a minute here, a breath in between, and feel the mat connect to your body in this space. Keep the feet bent in this space like you're setting up for bridge, but now bring the feet close together like you want your bigger toes to touch. Keep your knees up high, and then with the feet just sitting next to each other, pointing like down to the mat, let the knees start to fall open. As that happens, let the feet soles start to reach, like for a butterfly or a bound angle. So like just let the knees start to fall open, the soles of the feet touch, and then let that opening, that diamond shape be in your body, as big, as wide as it is, with comfort, with your legs, just doing it this way. Once here for just a minute, we're gonna breathe our knees open and close a little. So inhale, let the knees come together, the feet maybe reach back flat to the floor. Exhale, let the feet come back together and the knees fall apart. Inhale, the knees together. Exhale the knees away from each other. Inhale together, and as the feet move and shift, let that happen. Let them face each other, touching when the legs are wide open, and let them come back to form on the mat a little when they come back together, when your knees are closed. Do a few times in your breath there. And then we're gonna close with the last couple breaths with our knees up and still together, but in the same notion. Keep the knees bent, feet together, and we'll kind of play with that breath, also opening and closing the knee. So if that, just to give you an idea what that sounds like, so the right leg, you're gonna just pick the leg up and open your knee, point the toe straight. Bring it back to the mat. Pick the right leg up, point the toe straight, make an ankle circle, bring it back to the mat. Now, let the feet meet and let the knees open wide. Inhale, breathe your knees back together, feet flat on the floor. And then open the right knee, point your ankle, point your toes, bring it back to the mat. Point your right foot, make your ankle circle, point those toes, bring that back to the mat. Open the knees back away from each other, so like you're opening your butterfly wings. Inhale the legs back together, close the knees. Let the feet be flat on the mat. Inhale, straighten the right leg, point the right toes, bring it back to the mat. Inhale, point the left foot, straighten those toes, bring it back to the mat. And now bring the feet close to under the bum like for bridge. So walk the heels as close to your hiney as you can. And then take them a little wider. And maybe even point the feet a little diagonal like you're gonna go towards the corners of the mat. It'll just give us a little bit more stability here because I wanna play with that wave motion of the up and down with the breath. So first, let the feet feel the space. Press into the toes. See if you can press the toes and gently just lift those hips and lower back. See if you can tuck that pelvis a little bit and lay the lower back more flat on the mat. Breathe into that lower back. Let the hips be opening just gradually with gravity, but let the feet be firm on the mats. Hands are now face down alongside the body, palms face down. So the thumbs are facing in toward the bum. And if you want to even lean up left and lean up right, you can put like parts of your arm straight underneath the body, and that'll give you a little bit of leverage too to kind of wake up your bridge motion first. Hands alongside the body, palms face down. Press into the feet, press into the hands, inhale the body and lift the hips. Come up into the bridge for the first time, and then exhale, let it lower it back down. If you want, reposition the feet, but before you do the lift, press the feet first, press the hands, and then lift the hips. Let the body rise up, and then exhale it back down. And now we're gonna play with the wave motion. So inhale, fill the body, lift the hips, and as you lower it back down, start at the top of the back and come down one vertebrae at a time. Bring the lower back down so slow. Very last, one little nugget at a time, and then the bum hits. Reposition or press the feet again. Inhale, press the feet, lift the hips. If you're here, see if you can inhale, lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, bring it down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Let everything reach. Let your hands be free if they're underneath the body. And before moving your hips up, inhale, breathe your arms up above your head. Like straight up above, as if you were gonna do crescent moon. Thumbs touching, or thumbs meeting together, but hands, arms open above your ears. From here, see if you can get the tops of the backs of the hands to kind of press into the mats a little bit and sort of press your shoulders open. Wiggle the shoulders open a little bit, give yourself space. Lift the head, set it back down so that there's a curve in the spine. You never want your neck strainy or stretchy like you can't move it or shake no. And anytime we're doing things on the back, on the ground, you want a little curve under the neck, almost like a little tunnel or a bridge for like little matchbox bars. So the arms above the head, palms pressing, backs of the palms pressing down, toes underneath the bum, press the toes, press the palms, lift the hips. Lower the back down one vertebrae at a time. Keep the hands above your head. Press the feet, inhale, lift the hips. This time when you close the back down, see if you can bring your arms too. Lower your arms, lower your hips. See if you can make a flow with the back and the arms now. Let the feet reposition if that feels good. Inhale again, press your big toes a lot. Lift your hips, lift your arms back above your head. Make a whole wave with the body. Let the hands meet the backs of the mats. Press the backs of the palms into the mat and even lift the hips higher. And then exhale, bring it all back down. Let the arms come back down. Let the back lower down onto the mat, all the way down, one notch at a time. Lower back meets, presses in. One more time, press the feet, lift the hands, lift the hips, all the way back up into the wave. Fill the back body with air. Let the backs of the hands reach the floor and then press the hips high as you can. Hold that for just a second. And then when you're ready, inhale, bring it all back down. Arms, vertebrae by vertebrae, down to the lower back, meet the mat. And then let the body rest. Bring the feet back closer together, but keep them underneath. And then just let the legs shake a little, like side to side windshield wiper. But with the feet reaching closer together. And then walk them back out to the bridge and do that windshield wipe. So the knees reach left and right, left and right. Just like waving back and forth. Lower twist of that spine. Take the feet a little wider now, so maybe the pinky toes are on the edge of the mats. And then let those feet do that windshield wipe again, back and forth. Knees go to the right, knees go to the left. Keep your hands face down on the mat, palms face down, thumbs facing in toward the body. And just make a little motion there. Let the hips open up back and forth, left and right twist. A couple more times each side. And then let the legs come up to rest. And we're just going to inhale the legs up into happy baby. So bring the knees close to the body, bring the thighs into the belly, open the feet up to the sky. Grab the foot on either the big toe, the outside of the pinky toes, the backs of the thighs, the pant leg, the shins or ankles, whatever you can get a handle on to get some good grippies on your feet. And then open your feet and your seat up to the sky. Press into that lower back again and see if you can get that lower back to even go down onto the mats. Pivot left and right with the body. Let the feet and hips stay open and go left and right. Make sure your jaw isn't squeezing. Your tongue does not need to press. Your eyes can rest deep in the sockets. Take that right knee. Your hand's you're gonna stay in happy baby, but we're gonna stretch those legs a little bit. So open the knees up, stretch the right leg, point the toes, come back to happy baby. Open the left leg, straighten that knee, point the toes, come back to happy baby. Open the right again, point, stretch it far away, come back to happy baby. And then the other one, stretch it, point that toe, bring it back in, back to happy baby again. One more roll on the mat. Let that left leg go down straight underneath of you. Keep the right leg up in half happy baby. Take that half happy baby leg and lay it across. We're going to do figure four. So let that left leg that's straight, bend it back up like you're going to do a bridge. And then cross the leg. So your happy baby right leg crosses over your left leg. Set up for figure four. Once you have that space, reach your hands through if you can and squeeze the thighs to the body. Bring your head up if you can. Let your chin reach in toward the chest and to the heart. And then let the body come back down to the mat. This time, point your toes and that left foot and then square up your right foot. So flex the right foot like you're going to walk. Point the left toes like you're a ballerina. And then bring your body in. Close your figure four. Squeeze for a breath or two. And then try to let the wave go back down one notch at a time. Let the head rest. One more time. Inhale. Squeeze the body. Get close as you can to your knee. Hold it there for a breath. And then release everything back down to the mat. Let your right leg go long. Let the left leg go long and just be there in a minute. Let the difference in the legs be noticed if you can feel a difference in one side or the other. If not, it's okay. Bend the right leg up, it's like you're gonna set up for bridge. And then take the left and cross it over that knee for your other side for your figure four. Inhale, lift that leg, fold the knee in and squeeze the body into that side of your figure four. Point your right toes and now flex your left foot like you're gonna walk like a super strong march, like our mountain pose. Play with those toes, point the ankles, point the toes, and see if you can switch. And then inhale, squeeze the body, pull the body in, exhale down to the mat. Inhale, breathe up, squeeze your chin to the chest, point the toes, let them down to the mat. Flex your left foot, point your right toes, inhale up, and then down to the mat. Let the legs go long again, and let the arms go long above your head, and just be in this long, long, long stretch. Point the toes far away, reach your fingers far away, and then once you're here, lift the bum up so your butt gets really good in contact there, and then the same with the top shoulders. Lift side to side, lift the head, and be really long and straight. Point the toes far, point the hands far. Super, super long, superwoman shit going on right here. And we're just gonna do a couple of breaths with this just because I love it. Keep your fingers long, keep your toes long. And just with your mind's eye, keeping everything as long and straight as you can. Inhale, close the feet, close the legs one time. Exhale, back down to the mat. Keep legs and arms straight as you can. Maybe a gentle bend so it doesn't feel too locky. Inhale, close it all again. Keep the back, lower back, crown, all in the mat. Exhale, back down to the mat. And then one more time if you want. Just close the whole body, legs, arms, touch. Inhale, open it back up. And then we're gonna make our way nice and slowly back to a seat. So take your time, however that looks for you, and come up to a seat. And we're gonna wake up our hips a little bit more this way. Since we've gotten a little bit of our synovial fluid moving around there in the knees and the hips, now we can sort of move here. Potty, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay.
Her glasses are here. So.
Okay, and her shoes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I lost somebody. So first,
vortex.
I know. First, let's find our way to a seat on the mat with our feet in front of us. We're gonna work into a little bit of boat pose, but we're gonna go gradual. So feet bent in front, back's nice, straight and tall. Lift the way the butt cheeks, right and left, so that you're making contact and not floating like a penguin on top. Bless you. Let the feet be flat, pointed away. The bend in the knee is as comfortable as it is for you, that you can sit nice and tall, relax in this space. Press the feet, let the hands be on the shins or the backs of the thighs, and just see if you can start to imagine a long line from sits bones to shoulders, shoulders to crown. Just be nice, long, and tall. Eyes can rest in the sockets, jaw can rest. Just be in this new space for a minute. And then we're just gonna breathe the knees and hips open a little bit here. So with the legs in this shape, take that left knee and hug it in a little more. And then let the right leg go down straight. Take this now left knee bent and just give it a little hug with the body. See if you can press the foot into the mat, the sits bones into the mat, wiggle the torso in and up, like if you're trying to put your crown up on the shelf, but using your foot and your sit bone. So see if you can use the hug of the body of the leg to stretch out the spine and reach the crown long. Once you're there, flex that right foot, fire up that leg, spread those toes, feel some big energy there. Let the eyes open, relax, switch to your feet. Hug up that right leg really, really far as it's comfortable. Let the left leg be long. And then again, wiggle in. You might have to reposition the bum, but just get the body secure so you're not on top of the mat, you're settled into the mat. Let this foot be flat, and then re-hug that body. as much as you can. Maybe it's only behind the thigh, but as much as you can hug that right knee in, let that foot press. And again, once you're there, once you're in the shape, see if you can push the sits bones down further and reach your crown higher. So your jaw isn't squeezing. And then once you're there, see if you can sort of pull the heart through just a little bit. You may not see a motion or a notion move, but just feel the opening between the spaces inside of your body. And then once you have that big hug and the lift, flex up the left foot, spread the toes a lot. Press that right foot into the ground flat and spread those left toes like crazy. The jaw can stay relaxed. And then blink the eyes open. Let your legs go straight a minute. You can shake out the knees. And then just take a breath here. And we're going to work a little bit with the butterfly knees. So start to bring the feet, soles together, and then close. Sorry, let me show you in case we're not sure. Wow, I play with the music because technical difficulties. So let the feet start to meet, and then bring your knees into like butterfly. So only make this space as wide or as narrow as it feels for your legs. If the knees don't want to do all that squeezy yet, give more space, grab a pillow. But wherever you can get all toes touching, and then relaxation. So however big that space is for you, find that. You're doing a really good job, Eva. Start to lean forward and let the bum set away so that you're in contact with the mat. You don't want to be on top of your flesh because then you'll be bobbing around. You want the sits bones in as much contact with the mat as you can. Now start to press the toes together. And if you can imagine pressing the toes together, see if you can, with just your imagination, press the hips open a little more so the knees almost reach to the mat a little more. See if you can get the pinky toes to touch and then the knees to almost touch a little bit more down to the mat. See if you can find that energy of pinky toes to the back sides of the legs touching. And just let that feel in the body. Take your time and line it up, pinky toe, and trace it in the thighs on the mat. Feel that space there, a couple of breaths. Be in that opening space. And then we're gonna do with the breath again. So sit the spine up nice and tall. The hands can be either on the mat beside you or at the knees. Since we're not weight bearing, it's okay to be on the knees. And then we're just gonna inhale, breathe the knees up. Keep the feet connected, touching this time. We're not gonna move them like we did on the bridge space. Exhale, let them go back down. Inhale, breathe the knees up. If you're holding, you can squeeze if that feels good. Exhale, breathe it down. And if you're pressing, if you wanna press. Do what feels good in your body. Inhale, close the knees. Exhale, open the knees. Inhale, close the knees. Exhale, open the knees. Inhale, close the knees. Exhale, open. And do a few rounds with your breath. Breathe your legs, open and close. Hold it where it feels good. Press it open wide where that feels good. And squeeze it together tight where it feels good. 2 more rounds. Closing and opening. And then just meet back in a seat. And we're going to take the feet as wide as you can from the space. Readjust the butt again. So now lean the bum forward and pull your butt cheeks out that way. That's my easiest way to explain it. Some people use nice words like fleshy parts of your buttocks.
Spread them, dear.
Pull your ass apart. Spread your feet and then spread your toes so that the backs of the legs are as much contact as you can. If you need a little bend in the knees, do that. The knees do not need to be locked. It might feel better. If it feels better, do it. If it doesn't, let those knees do what it needs to because maybe they're not ready to do all the squeezy shit yet, okay? Spread the feet a lot like great big fingers and then let the body feel really tall. If you're wobbly, move your bum away a little more and then see if you can find nice, tall, sturdy. And then imagine that triangle energy from foot to foot, from feet up to the crown, your third eye space. Let the arms be resting either on the legs or on the mat beside you. And just see if you can imagine energy from big toe to big toe, and then big toe to third eye, and then third eye back to big toe. Let the breathing just start to be in your body for a minute and just feel that big energy right there before we move into this new space. Let the hands come in front of you. And we're going to start, keep the back nice and long and straight. So first, press the mat with your hands and see if you can get your crown a little higher. And then start to walk in. Keep your back nice and long and just walk in that opening. Maybe you can get down and straighten the arms. Maybe you can lower all the way to your forearms. Take your time and flex and point the feet. Release and press again the knees and work your way into that opening as much as you can. Go in as much as you can to walk the arms as straight away. Take your time, breathe the knees, flex the feet, squeeze the toes, surrender the head. Inhale, maybe walk some more, stretch the toes, bend the knees, and surrender again. And once you found your edge, you can leave the feet flexed or relaxed, whatever feels good, and just be in that deep, deep, deep opening. If there's any pain, just back out a touch. The head can be totally rested down a long line extension of the spine. Jaw's not squeezing. Think with the fingers, the index fingers and the thumbs, press those guys into the mat or the floor rather. And then keep the head rested down, but just lean, reach up just a touch and walk the hands to the right. Walk your body in that space to the right foot or ankle as much as you can so that that left bum is still on the mat. Once you're there, squeeze that left foot back to the sky and then let it point or surrender again. And then just be in that wide open space, reach for a breath or two. When you inhale, see if you can send that breath down to that lower left hip space. Lift the head just a touch and walk back to the middle. And before going left, go long again. Reach long again. Surrender the head again. Pick up the baby. Just kidding. I just kidding. It's not you. It's a flock. It sounded like a flock. I drop flocks all the time. Just lift the head now and just walk to the left. Stay in that space as wide as you can, as much as you can. And surrender on the left side. Press that bum down. Let that right foot flex and then point that guy. Send that breath now to that right down long side body. And then gently inhale, walk the body back to the center and sit back up. And now we're coming onto the knees. Woo, my legs. Come onto the knees, take your time. We're gonna be here for a couple minutes, so if you want a blanket or another cushion, grab that.
I'm gonna watch for the end.
Yeah, this is just
me. Yoga's not doing too well today.
Yeah, whatever you need, just rest if you want. There's, I have one blanket.
How out of shape I was.
Oh, you're okay. So let's come into table first. But make the legs a little wider than your table and your hands a little wider. And then once there, let the crown feel long to the sky. I'm sorry, long in front, like a long table. And then take that tailbone and round it under a little. And then try to find your way back to like what you would imagine would be a straight line. It doesn't have to be straight. The eyes can rest down toward the mat. The nose can be resting down, pointing. Let a lot of the weight be in your index finger and your thumb. And then see if you can let your palms feel a little lighter. See if that engaged your elbows a little. Let's breathe into the wrist before we move some more here. So pick up the right hand, flip that hand backward like you're gonna basically reverse that table. And then gently press some weight into that wrist. Breathe into that space. Pick it back up, make a circle. The opposite, do the same with the left. Pick it up, flip it. Breathe into that guy. Do a circle. And then we're just gonna do a little cat-cow before anything else, because I mean, it's just the best thing to do since we're here. So just inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, let the sits bones open, and just take a minute and be in the cow space. Let the belly just kind of inch or like centimeter down toward the ground. Let the hands feel really firm in the mat and the feet and knees. And just let the belly just like naturally pull down. See if you can relax your eyes. And just let the heart kind of pull down. The sits bones open wide. Maybe even press the knees and see if you can open your sits bones a little more to drop that lower front abdomen. And then we're going to take a breath in and then exhale, blow it away. Press into your hands, press the feet, and round the back. Come up into a way big wide cat. Shake the head no here. Lean over the backs of the knees a little bit like you're going to go into child's pose, and then lean forward over the wrists and just kind of wake that space up. Breathe into that nice high back. Inhale, drop the belly. Come into cow. Look over the right, look over the left. And then exhale back into cat. Lean over the backs of the knees. Lean over the fronts of the wrists. Inhale, drop the belly. Back into cow. Look over the right, look over the left. And then one more time, back into cat. Back into cow. And then just relax right into table. Bring the knees a little closer together. And then we're going to take this right knee and we're going to bend it up like we're going to walk or step into a lunge. Once you have that shape, readjust so that you feel sturdy. Let the right foot, like the toes, spread and press them into the mat. Let this back leg be long, and the foot can be flexed or pointed, but I feel like pointed is a little easier for balance for this. And then take both hands on the inside of this right foot. If you're here, we're going to lower down as much as you can. So start to let the body come down low, maybe to your forearms. See if you can lower down here. Let the head rest. Inhale the head back up. Press the hands so that the hands and your right toes are all in a line. And then take that right foot, pressing all the toes, spread the toes. Make sure your left foot's stable. Breathe that right hip open a little bit. And then press it back down to the mat. If you're feeling stable, take that right foot a little wider now. Walk it and take it up in a little diagonal. Make it as wide as you can comfortably. Press the foot flat again, square the knee again, and then sink again. Only go down as far as you can. Maybe it's forearms. Maybe it's just surrendering the head a little. But be in this space as much as you can. Have this foot nice and pressing. If you're pressing this foot, see if you can make your lift your arch and fire up your back thighs. Inhale the head. Bring the hands back to the table and reset that right leg. You can stretch it long if you want and then reset it under the table. And then we're just going to pick up the right knee and take our time getting there. So first, let the right knee be up nice and square. Once in that space, make sure you're stable. So this leg is nice and long. And then this foot, lift the toes, press them into the mat. Before making this space wider, super squared and like lots of 90-degree angles, first lower there. Come down as much as you can in that space. Maybe it's forearms, maybe it's just a little sinkage, maybe you just let the elbows close a little just to lower. Whatever it is for you, be there. Press those toes a lot, the ones that are supporting you and the ones that are stabilizing you. And then inhale the body back up. Take that left foot a little wider, as wide as it feels safe and comfortable in that body. Stretch that knee a little. Press those toes back in, and then come back in again. Inhale the body back up. Come back up under your table. Now this time, take the knees as wide as, so keep the hands in your table, but take the knees as wide as you can. Yeah. And then turn your feet away. Take your time. And then start to lower into that space. Start to carefully walk the body down. Lower, lower, lower. Come as flat as you can. Lower the belly. Let the hips open up and wiggle wide if you can. Lift the bum and settle it in. Come into frog as much as you can. If you can come all the way down, if you come onto blocks or pillows, do that. And just be in that space. If you can, be here, comfortably breathe. Inhale and exhale a few breaths. And then we're going to just lift the gaze. Very carefully tilt the toes, point them in, reset your legs, and bring the legs slowly but carefully back underneath the body like you're gonna set up for Cobra or Sphinx, belly stuff. And just be here. Let the body readjust, maybe wiggle left and right. Get all those juicy bits aligned. And then just make a hand pillow and breathe a few breaths. Take the hands nice and wide, and we'll open up our shoulders. Let the legs be behind you, just nice and relaxed. If you want, actually press the toes of the right foot in and up. Let them stretch down and lift up the left and stretch those guys long too. So you're nice and spread out down there if you can. Be in this space with the fingers face down, palms face down on the mat. Chin either resting or forehead resting, whatever feels good in your body for your neck. Maybe you play with both. Sometimes I like to do laying my face on my right cheek and left cheek to kind of just give my whole neck a little bit of a like, I pretend I'm the chiropractor. And then just start to let the fingers walk away like you're trying to pull the arms like one little nugget farther out of the socket. And then spread the hands as wide as you can. Let the fingertips press the mat, the thumbs, the knuckle pads, the thumb knuckle pads, the palms, the forearms. If your elbows are touching, press your elbows, press your upper arms, press your breasticles, press your chin. If your forehead's touching, press your forehead. Let the legs be lazy though. And then keep the arm, the left busy, but take this right arm, kickstand it up, and then spill the body into that opening. Lay onto the right side, catch the body with the right leg. Let this right hand press the top body into that twist, into that shoulder opener. Spread both hands on the mat if that feels good. Be in that space. If you wanted to add a little more, you could take that right leg and open it up to the sky and close it back down. And then take your time, inhale, breathe the body back through to the center. Before we go to the right, first walk both hands nice and far away so everybody's nice and far out of the sockets and kind of get in there better. Let that right hand be energized face down, and then the left hand spill the body into the right. Once you're there, get stable, readjust your hands, press them back into the mat. Find the comfort, find the ease of the body just applying the weight. If you want, you can open up the left leg a few times or hold it, or just be however it is in the body now. And then inhale, bring the body back through to the center. And we're just gonna do a little bit of cobra pose, but it's just gonna be a couple little pretend cobras, nothing too serious. How about you, Ava? You wanna do some cobra? So let the hands be in front of you on the mat, however they feel good, with the heart open, head rested. Press the big toes into the mat like you're gonna walk into the floor, and then let the legs rest. Let the feet lay down and then press the feet into the floor. Press the hands into the floor. Now take your fingertips and drag the heart like you're trying to come through, and then open your elbows and just lift up gently. Shake the head no a little, and then exhale back down to the mat. One more time, press the hands, press the feet, lift the head, lift the heart, shake the head no. From here, press your forearms a lot and your lower abdomen. If you can, press your hands, press your forearms, bend your knees, let them back down. Press your forearms, press your hands, bend your knees, let them back down. One more time, bend the knees, let them back down. Let the body rest. Exhale, empty all the air out. Then take your time and roll over onto your back. And start to take up as much space on your mat as you can. If there's any last movements before rest, do those. But otherwise, let's just start getting comfy. And let all the little movements settle into our body. Maybe bring our attention to the feet. Squeeze the toes and make circles with the ankles. Point each foot left and right. Pick up the right foot, drop it down to the mat. Pick up the left foot and drop that down to the mat. Maybe squeeze our shins. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the thighs. Maybe even let the hips reach to the sky one more time and settle deep, deep, deep in the mat. Take a big breath in the belly, fill it up, and then exhale, soften the heart all the way. The heart can rest, the belly can rest, the lungs can rest. Squeeze the hands once more. Squeeze the arms even. Maybe even let the shoulders reach up to the ears and let them lay deep in the mats. Lift the head and shake no so it has a little head pillow in our mat. The feet and the legs, the hips and the heart. Hands and the belly, all relaxed. Our jaw can relax, the nose, the cheekbones, our eyes and our ears, even the skull, the whole physical body. Just ease and relax. Nothing to do but just breathe and be for a few moments. Shavasana. That's better, right? Yeah, that's all I needed. I'm getting the zone. And there's no rush to movement. Maybe roll onto one side and snuggle the baby, our inner baby, our outer baby, or just the left side body. Take a big breath there and send some last thoughts of self-appreciation, some self-love. Be thankful for the things that we're going to do today with this body, the things that we're going to do for ourselves and for others, for our loved ones and for our not loved ones. So much appreciation. And whenever you're ready, take your time and come to a seat, and we'll just close practice together. Just bring the palms together in front of you. Let the head rest a few more moments. Let the mind settle and reacclimate. And then let's rub the palms together. Create a last dose of energy, love, nourishment, whatever it is that you need. And form that within your hands and just place it on your body wherever you want it. I'm always heart and belly. Thank you guys for practicing with me. Thanks for being here in real life. Thanks for practicing at home. Just gets more and more fun, guys. See you next week.
I'll definitely be back.
Thank you.
Minus the cameras.
Dude, I feel ya.
Yeah, but I mean, I just went right through my damn head.